All right. Let's talk about something that I think probably some people in the audience are just not going to be thrilled that I'm talking about. But this upcoming election is of such utmost and total importance. The removal of Donald Trump is such an existential imperative that we can't have anybody handing Trump any gift, any fodder whatsoever that he may be able to use to get himself reelected. And unfortunately, yesterday, Donald Trump was handed a gift as a video went viral of a group of Black Lives Matter protesters in Washington, D.C., surrounding and intimidating and screaming at a random woman who was just sitting outside at a restaurant and demanding that she raise her fist and show solidarity with protesters. We have video. It's literally video of a mob surrounding a random woman and screaming at her. This is the opposite of what we need right now. This is exactly the type of video that the right can use to criticize protesters. And quite frankly, this is perfect video to help Trump. If you were trying to help Trump, this is exactly what you would stage and film. I'm going to show you the video. I'll describe it. It's a crowd of video. It's a video of a crowd of people with fists raised, really tightly gathered around a woman who's sitting outdoors at a restaurant in D.C. They're so close to her that she's literally leaning back with her head almost up against the wall. Take a look. Take a listen if you're not watching. Here's another video a little more zoomed out where you can see sort of the bigger picture scene. You're also going to see a protester asking that white people step forward. I guess they thought the optics of white people intimidating the woman would somehow be better. I don't know. Take a look. So listen, guys, there's just no defending this. We shouldn't even, I don't want anybody to even try to defend it. We're better off if we just say this isn't the right strategy. This is a disaster. This is stupid activism. This is counterproductive activism. And I know that there are going to be some people who are going to write to me and they'll say, David, you privileged whatever. How dare you criticize this? Protesting shouldn't just be when it's comfortable. If this woman is sitting outside having, a $14 cocktail, I don't know what she's having, but whatever it is people are going to say, who are you to say it's not okay to make her uncomfortable? Activism isn't always comfortable. If we only protested when and where they say it's okay, we would never get anywhere. What I'm telling you is that this is counterproductive. The woman who was surrounded said later, she's with the protesters. She's previously marched with protesters, but here she felt under attack. These are not only intimidation tactics, they are dumb intimidation tactics. They are handing gifts to Trump when they do things like this. There's no upside to this. She was already on their side. I don't know of anyone who was lukewarm, who's going to see this and say, oh, now I'm joining the movement. The movement gains nothing from this. It doesn't help the cause. Now, does it maybe make the protesters feel good in some way? Maybe. I'd feel terribly if I was there intimidating this woman. Maybe there are people who feel good when they do something like this, but it achieves nothing. We don't have to talk about the morality or the ethics. We can just be pragmatists and recognize it plays directly into Donald Trump's hands. I actually am asking myself, do they care if Trump gets reelected? Because there's a reality. I don't know the specifics of the politics of these individuals, but there are people who see Biden as just as much the enemy as Donald Trump. And if that's the case, they may not care that this type of thing plays directly into Donald Trump's hands. If that's the case, that's a big problem. It's a different problem. And I would disagree with them, and we could figure that out. I've discussed that problem ad nauseum for months. But why are we giving people ammunition? What are we doing? This is completely counterproductive. And fortunately, I wasn't sure. I haven't seen everybody's reaction to this, people that work in my space. But for the most part, most of the people who I follow on Twitter on the left who have tweeted about this have denounced it. And that's what it just needs to be. This is not what we're advocating for. This is bad. This doesn't help the movement. This helps Donald Trump. This is a bad idea. Hopefully that will be the consensus. One of our sponsors is privacy.com. They're giving you $5 when you sign up for their completely free service at privacy.com/Pakman. I've been using Privacy for a little over a year now. You've heard me talk about it before. It's a lifesaver, and here's how it works. It takes just a couple of minutes to set up. Anytime you buy something online or on the phone, instead of actually using your real credit card number, the Privacy app and the browser plugin let you give each company a randomized virtual credit card number that you create out of thin air. It'll even autofill the card number with one click. And the payment is taken out of your checking account without the merchant ever knowing your real information. So this allows you to keep your banking information secure, but also to take control of your finances. You can create up to 12 of these virtual credit cards a month. You can set spending limits. You can freeze them. You can delete them anytime you want. So when you do this, it means you're not going to be charged when you don't want to be, because you can destroy the virtual card number right after using it, which, for instance, I love using free trials because I know I won't be charged when the trial is over if I use a virtual credit card number. You're keeping your identity private by not telling companies who you are. You're keeping your bank or credit card info protected against data breaches and identity theft. And it's free. There's no catch whatsoever. But if you want, Privacy also offers a $10 a month plan that gives you 1% cash back and lets you create 36 credit cards a month, and a $25 a month plan tailored more for small businesses where you can create 60 card numbers a month and much more. But definitely go ahead and at least get started with the free plan. You'll protect your financial info. Companies can't charge you unexpectedly. And like I said, you'll get $5 to spend when you sign up at privacy.com/Pakman.